everyone. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Weathering the Market. I'm meteorologist Kailey Carey.
And I'm meteorologist Dion DeLeo.
And today we are talking about something very exciting that Dion discovered this
Quite
morning.
the doozy. Quite the excitement. I hope you're riveted. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
It was crazy what he figured out this morning. Tell us, Dion.
So we've been keeping a close eye on the INSO pattern and trying to figure out exactly what to expect. I think it might have been a couple episodes ago where we talked about there was a lot of factors going into what we could potentially be looking at, going into the late summer, early fall, and even potentially over the winter, and how there was a lot of different things where we just really that were kind of giving us mixed signals as to what to expect. So today,
mixed signals are the worst.
Always, I'm sure anybody can agree that mixed signals are absolutely the worst. The good news is we had a little bit more clarity this morning. So I was taking a look at some things and came across the most recent INSO update for the next few months. And we are currently now, according to the CPC, we are currently in a La Nina watch.
Yeah, so La Nina is out of the friend zone.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We've developed a few feelings for it. We're a little confused still, but we're starting to see the potential there.
Yes, there's definitely potential. And what we're looking at is that, so last month it was saying like there's a 50% chance it could come back, but then this last month, what was the reading?
So the latest forecast ensembles that have come out, a lot of them now are starting to pick up on that potential swing back into a La Nina phase, which, as some of you may or may not know, is pretty common. After a strong La Nina, we typically see that swing back into a La Nina phase for the latter part of a year. I think the models are really starting to kind of catch up on this now, and as a result, the Climate Prediction Center has upped the chances of a La Nina in the late summer and early fall.
Fall into winter.
Well, I guess fall into winter. Even so, they've actually extended that even farther into winter now too.
Yes,
so,
up to a 66% chance, which that was a 16% increase, which is one of the largest jumps we've seen.
That is a pretty significant jump that we've seen. So, and at least in terms of indicators of what could potentially happen, I think this is the first sign in what to start to expect for, the fall and the winter.
And then so exactly what can we expect with it being a La Nina? Well, just look back. Even though last year the weather pattern wasn't a typical La Nina by any means, it was abnormal. But something that we do look at in the Midwest are slightly cooler temperatures and, things above average precipitation, which is good. And that is exactly kind of what we're dealing with throughout the summer. So a typical La Nina, that is what happens in the Midwest. So
well, hopefully, and hopefully a lot of that, hopefully a lot of that precipitation will start to impact the western parts of the Corn Belt as well.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for sure.
It. And then I was doing some digging. I was like, just to clarify, let's look at some other runs to see what we're looking at. And I pulled up the ECMWF or the Euro, the velocity potential anomalies, because a lot of times when you're looking at forcing, the forcing basically favored over Africa and the Indian Ocean. That pattern is very consistent, not only with an active tropical, season in the Atlantic, which is kind of what we're dealing with, but also very indicative of a redeveloping La Nina. So everything is just kind of really starting to flow together, like when you look at the big picture. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting too when I saw that. I was like, yes, La Nina, you're coming back.
Definitely.
Yes. So just something to look forward to as we head into this next season. If you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you here at Minuteman Weather. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
See you later.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Weathering the Market. We love sharing all this information with you guys, and if you didn't already know, we work for a company called Minuteman Weather, which provides a full range of energy and agricultural weather services. If you would like to sign up for a free trial or request more information, check us out at minutemanweather.com. We'll be back next Wednesday.